Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm showing you three different installations. So you're going to see three installs, three different types of hair, and three different methods to get started with locks. So if you're somebody who's on the fence and you're not sure which method to start with, hopefully this video can help you out. Or if you just love a good transformation, keep watching and then comment on the video at the end and let me know which installation you like the best if you're on the fence about getting locks and why. Jumping right in, this first client you see here on the screen is getting a Sisterlocks installation. You may say, what are Sisterlocks, or what is the difference between Sisterlocks and Microlocks? Because inquiring minds want to know. There is so much misinformation on this world wide web. It is crazy. Now, I know we tell people, YouTube University, but then we get on the university and see that it's some garbage on here. And some people is out here just spreading misinformation left and right. And I don't know if they're doing it intentionally or if they just don't know no better. I'm going to clear the air for those of you who are on my channel who actually get to see this video and you want to know what the difference is. Sister locks are a trademark system, okay? That means they are installed and can only be installed by somebody who has taken the official Sister Locks class, not somebody who took the class and thought they can teach it on the side. No, that's not how that works. And it's actually against, it goes against the contract that we signed because we cannot teach other people how to do Sister Locks. Okay, it can be a trainee or consultant, ambassador, whatever, as long as the person has successfully passed the class, right? There's very specific grids. There's number count minimum that you should have, the whole shebang, whatever. So that's social locks. Micro locks, on the other hand, can be installed by anyone. Okay, your mama, your sister, your cousin, your dog, whoever, right? Microlock can also be started several different ways. You have braids, you have interlocks, you have two-strand twists, you even have coils, okay? And now there's something around knots, okay? Check into that if you want to. Microlocks can be done by anyone again, and they can be maintained any type of way. They can be any size. A lot of people assume just because locks are small that they're automatically sister locks, and that is not true at all. So know the difference, do your homework, and then proceed with extreme caution. I really highly recommend, if you are interested in sister locks, please check the person's work. Don't just go off the fact that you may find them on the site. Ask to see some of their work. Look on their social media, look on their website, and just make sure they know what they're doing before you spend your hard-earned money. Also, almost forgot, sister locks cannot be started with extensions. I repeat, sister locks cannot be started with extensions. If somebody is telling you that they are giving you sister locks with extensions, run. Nowhere in the class have we ever been taught to do extensions when we install sister locks. Once that additional hair touches yours, you now have micro locks. So just be aware of that when you are doing your research, trying to, if you are interested in sister locks. Now, mind you, there's nothing wrong with the extensions. Some of them are really beautiful, but then a lot of them do be trash, right? And they don't stay. I've personally maintained people who had extensions and they were literally falling out. And they came in and said that the extensions were falling out and they didn't know what to do. And they regret not just starting with their own hair. So be very cautious when you are out there doing your research and picking a loctician to get your lock journey started. Also, sister locks are not started with any type of gel, grease. What else? There's some others. There's no product at all. The person comes in with shampooed hair, shampoo only, no conditioner, and it's just a tool and the person's hair. That is all. So again, this is just information I'm putting out there to help anybody who is interested in sister locks so that you can make the best decision to start your journey. All right, so the first client got sister locks. I ended up installing 505 beautiful sister locks in her hair. It did take us 35 hours and I installed it over 3 days. So she was hanging with me for some time. But I posted her follow-up on TikTok and Instagram, and it was extremely beautiful. And I'll have it make its way over to this page when I do a video about follow-ups. But the second client now, she is getting micro locks, and I'll get into all her deets. But as you can see, her hair texture is not fine. So, and she has really thick hair. and she has a 4B texture, almost leaning towards a little bit of 4C, which is the perfect texture. Okay. I don't care what nobody say. You can argue with your mama, but that 4B, 4C, really, that 4C is amazing for locks because it's like the hair was trying to lock the whole time it was loose, but the person just has to keep detangling it. So when I tell you her install is one of my top installs, like top, not top, but my favorite installs. Like I love everybody's install because I do be hooking it up and I slay them grids. But the texture plus the slay grid be everything. Now, on this young lady, I installed 418 microlocks. She started with about 7 to 8 inches of hair, which is also a perfect length. And we did that over 26 hours and we split it up over 2 days. All right, and moving right along to client number three. So, you guys seen client number one receive sister locks, and you got some information so that you can make an informed decision if you want to go that route. Client number two received microlocks, and I started her with the interlocking method. And then client number three here is also getting microlocks, and I am starting her with a two-strand twist method. So again, remember, microlocks can be started with several different methods. Now, she has 4B, 4C here as well. So her hair would have been fire either way, whether she started with interlocks or two-strand twists. Two-strand twists starting is very popular in the microlocks world, and they can still be very beautiful. Matter of fact, some people have very beautiful locks. My sister actually started with two-strand twists, and her locks are really beautiful. Really, it's guys the maintenance that you're doing on your locks. So you are with you more than you are with me, the loctician. So as long as you are taking care of your locks at home, aka braiding and banding when you get them wet so they can stay confined as much as possible, you can still have a very gorgeous set of locks. 14 hours later, we ended with 406 microlocks, aka micro twists, which will be maintained with the interlocking method, but don't worry about the twist pattern because over time it will disappear, giving you a uniform look. And that wraps up today's video. I hope it helped you see the difference between sister locks and microlocks and maybe even gave you a little bit of inspiration for your own journey. Now remember, every head to head is different. You can only work off what your parents gave you, okay? So what looks one way on one person may not look exactly like that for you, but you will still have a beautiful set of locks. Again, if you enjoyed watching these installs and learning more about each texture and each different method, go ahead and like this video, drop any comments or questions down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more lock education, tips, and transformations. See you in the next video.